Hey, hi everybody. Welcome to Life After Mental Illness. My name's Bill MacPhee and I'm your recovery expert. Recovery is when you wouldn't want to be anyone else other than who you are today. Okay, we finally got around to talking about our series on bipolar illness, bipolar disorder. I told you that we would start shortly. And so what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about bipolar in the next few videos. So first of all, before I get into that, I would like to read an email from Rob. Rob sent in an email, and I just want to tell you that if you ever want to ask me a question on recovery, my email is bill@billmacphee.ca, and MacPhee is MacPhee. Once again, bill@billmacphee.ca. So Rob writes in and he says, "Hi Bill. When I was younger, in my early 20s, I thought depression was never going to go away. And worse, it was that mentality that kept me sick and prevented, at least partially, me seeking and educating myself about recovery resources. Recently, I have periods where I have very little quantifiable depression symptoms. I try to do everything right. Balance psychotropic medications, a nutritious diet, seeing a mental health professional at least once a month, and I am happy to say that I want for little in my life and am satisfied with who I am." Right? And look at that. Satisfied with who he is, Rob. That's great. And that's our definition of recovery, right? Recovery is when you wouldn't want to be anyone else other than who you are today. And Rob's testifying about that today. And he says, "I can say that I truly like my healthcare team now. Before I would switch psychologist, psychiatrist, because I was threatened about what they implied about my care or self-care. Thanks a lot, Rob." Well, Rob, thanks a lot for sharing that with us. And before I get into a little bit of bipolar, I just want to tell you that one of the resources that Rob, I'm sure, has probably taken advantage of is my book that's called "To Cry a Dry Tear: Bill MacPhee's Journey of Hope and Recovery with Schizophrenia." And you can get that. You can go to our website, Bill MacPhee, recoveryexpert.com. Once again, Bill MacPhee, recoveryexpert.com, and MacPhee is MacPhee. And or you could call me toll free. You can call me toll free at 1-833-893-9394, and that's a toll free number where you can order right over the phone. I'll take your order, no problem. Okay, moving into bipolar disorder. First of all, let's go back a little bit in history and tell you that bipolar illness used to be called manic depressive. And I have a lot of experience with manic depressive. My mother was manic depressive, or she still is. She lives in a nursing home at this time. My mom's just going to be turning 87 years old actually in November 30th. But anyways, so my mom, way back then when I was a little kid, I can remember being, 6, 7 years old, and every couple of years my mom would be going into the hospital and out, and I would witness these manic depressive experiences and see her. And manic depressive basically is where you were very high, you were manic, and then down below you would become depressed, and it was these swings. Now they call it bipolar 1 and bipolar 2, which we'll get into the next vlog. But I just want to tell you a little bit about the mania and the depressive moments. And I'm going to give you a list here of basically what it's like being manic, right? I mean, manic symptoms are basically, you have a long period of feeling overly happy. You are extremely irritable, moody, agitated, feeling jumpy or wired. talking very fast or jumping to different idea to another, having racing thoughts, another idea, very that. Being easily distracted, increasingly goal-orientated activities such as starting new projects. When you're manic, you think you can take on the world. Nothing is too small for you. Being restlessness, sleeping little. That's a very sign. Sleeping little is very common when people who are in a manic episode. Having unrealistic beliefs or abilities, and behaving impulsively, like maybe spending too much, or having being sexually promiscuous, and just investing in risky businesses or something like that. So these are symptoms of manic depressive. Manic depressive being very high and very low. And a lot of times people who are manic depressive, people who are in mania, they don't realize that they're in mania. I mean, I can remember my mom, she sleeping, that'd be one of the first signs, is that she would actually, her sleeping would get worse and worse and worse, and she'd go to bed like at 11 o'clock and then be up at 1 o'clock in the morning, and she'd be cleaning the house and vacuuming at 3 in the morning, and all this kind of stuff. She was very accusing my father of running around all the time. She was she'd always, when it's coming back, she'd say, oh, my cheeks are puffy. I feel my cheeks are puffy. As soon as the sleeping started to go and she started to on and on about puffy cheeks, we knew mom's getting sick again. Mom's going, she's in mania again. And this went on for years and years and years. And then, she would get stable. One of the medications that she was on was lithium. Lithium is known as the golden standard. It's a golden standard because it was used so many times, and it's even be referenced that as a miracle drug, that the lithium was a miracle drug. And really it really was, because it got people with manic depressive under control, at least for their mania. In saying that, though, is that she would be on her medication, but then every once in a while she would get sick again. And I can remember being maybe, 12 years old and being in to see my family doctor for something, and I started to talk to him about my mom, and I said to him, doctor, I said, she gets better, she's on the same medication, you're taking blood work, why can't you see, if you're taking blood work on a regular basis, why can't you see that things are changing and she's getting sick again? And the doctor, in all frustration, he was just a family doctor back then, but in all frustration, he said, Bill, we just don't know. We don't know why. The medication works for a while, she's fine, and then blood tests come back, we're monitoring blood tests, but then a relapse would happen. And he said, Bill, I'm sorry, we just don't know why. But today we know a lot more about manic depressive or bipolar, and that's what we're going to be talking in the next vlog. We're going to talk about bipolar 1. There's bipolar 1, bipolar 2, and then hypomania and depressive bipolar. There's actually 2 more other bipolars, but you have to be very good at your skill as a psychiatrist or a doctor to be able to really get it down to those. So to make it simple, we're just saying that basically there's 3 types of bipolar. Bipolar 1, bipolar 2, and hypomania and depressive symptoms for the third bipolar. So we're going to talk about bipolar 1 in the next. But again, if you have a question for me, just email me, bill@billmcphee.ca. And if you're interested in the book, To Cry a Dry Tear, Bill MacPhee's Recovery Journey, Recovery of Hope and Journey, Recovery Journey and Hope with schizophrenia, and you can find that on our website at BillMcPheeRecoveryExpert.com, or you can call toll free, and I'd be happy to take your order, 1-833-893-9394. And until we see you next time, and we'll be talking about bipolar 1, we will see you next time. Have a great day, and remember, there is life after mental illness, and recovery, just like Rob said in his letter, recovery is when you wouldn't want to be anyone else other than who you are today. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye. Hi. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Facebook and Twitter.